Good morning, dealers. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to share with you all more ways to increase your dealership success online. My name is Haley Holland, and I'm the Marketing Programs Manager here at DealerSpike. My co-host and I will be diving into a couple of new products DealerSpike recently launched that will also help you list more competitively and communicate with shoppers through text and chat. Before we jump into the webinar, I do want to point out the control panel there on the right side of your screen. You can minimize this at any time by clicking on the orange arrow button in the top corner. Now, we have set aside some time at the end of the presentation for questions, so please use that question section in your control panel. As I mentioned, my name is Haley, and I'm the Marketing Programs Manager for DealerSpike. I've had the great pleasure of working with many dealers across the country, so I see a ton of people I actually recognize and I used to work with. I work with different team members within DealerSpike, like my co-host, to educate fine folks such as yourselves on our new products. And quite honestly, couldn't be more excited to announce the two new products we recently launched and how they'll arm your dealership for the coming new year. With that said, I'm excited to be joined today by Ronnie Coulomb, DealerSpike's Marketing Sales Manager. Ronnie, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Great, thanks, Haley. Hi, everyone. My name is Ronnie Coulomb. As Haley mentioned, I am our Marketing Sales Manager, and I've been with DealerSpike since back in 2014, I believe. So been able to watch our company grow with our dealers as we move into new markets, roll out new products. And like you said, I'm super excited to announce these new products that we just rolled out with that are really going to help revolutionize and help grow our dealerships and shoppers online and their overall experience. So if you wouldn't mind, we'll go on to the next slide and really kind of summarize what we're going to be going over today. So first and foremost, we're going to look at who is the marketing to the modern customer. Who is that modern customer? What should we be looking to do to really kind of refocus our online website, our online shopping experience to kind of match what's going on within our circumstances today. Next, we're going to talk about solving online customer pain points, as well as bringing in the importance of quality inventory images. A lot of dealers have made huge strides in making sure that they have good quality photos on their inventory, where we're going to take that a step further and really drive home why that's important and what we can do to separate ourselves from other competitors who have already done that. Next, we'll introduce Dealer Pick 360, which I'm super excited about. This has been one of our best-selling products here in the last 2 weeks, no matter what the vertical you are in. After that, we'll talk about live chat. We'll introduce Chatbridge. We'll touch on some pricing and packages, some Q&As, and then we'll get back to the rest of our day and hopefully get our sales for your dealerships started early in the month so that you can end and have Thanksgiving with no worries about any incoming sales. So yeah, Haley, I'll toss it back to you.
Great. Well, Ronnie, when you bring up marketing to the modern customer, in webinars past, we've actually had a lot of dealers write in and ask some great questions. So first, there are some questions that I'd like to propose, and especially in the light of COVID, dealers have been asking, how do I engage with customers who are shopping online? And then the second most popular question I've been getting is, how do I stand out from the competition? Because honestly, it feels like everyone's doing the same thing. Well, those are great questions. And, the reality is that your core shoppers are online almost exclusively. And the need for a chat to connect with them via text, email, messenger is so much higher than pre-COVID, when shoppers could just easily pop in the store and have that instant connection with a salesperson. Ronnie, how would you address the second question? How would a dealer stand out from the competition?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's really so many different ways. I think the first thing to recognize is that shopping behavior is changing. We've seen it escalate in the last couple of years. We've seen a huge, a staggering amount of traffic to websites. We've seen since March when COVID first hit, visits to websites increase across the board for every single vertical that we're in. We've seen that store visits have, and unfortunately, dropped. So we're now making all of our purchasing decisions, no matter if it's for an RV, a boat, a power sports, motorcycle, an ATV, UTV, whatever it may be, or if it's groceries. We're doing everything online.
Right.
So really, you have to almost take a step back. And I know I'm preaching to the choir on this one because our dealer spike customers are already ahead of the curve. But we do have to take a step back and look at every single nook and cranny and evaluate and say, hey, is my experience the same online as it would be in store? And that's
Right.
really where our heads should be turning, and looking to grow within our online showroom or online dealership to ensure that customers are being greeted, they're getting good imagery, they're being communicated to, and those are the things that are going to lead to good shopping experience, more leads, and better turnaround.
Absolutely. Well, with that in mind, let's actually look at the modern customer, really who's shopping right now.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, this is kind of uh, reiterating facts. Nearly 100% of people are online right now. As I noted earlier, store visits have dipped, and especially in these early months of COVID in March, April, May, we've seen some increases in foot traffic, depending on the vertical and location of our dealerships. But this has not stopped our customers on the user end to be able to take a step back and say, you know what, I was going in all the time for this, but if I can easily just have the ability to take a look at something online or order something online, or talk to someone online instead of going in, I think I'd rather do that, especially if there's any kind of ease of use, excuse me, within communicating with dealerships. So one,
Sure.
everybody's online. Two, we got when you're online, really, you're not static. You're not staying there. You're not sitting on a particular website for a long time. I myself look to, I'm trying to buy a new truck, and I'm not just going to one particular website. I am shopping across the board. I'm going to different dealership websites. I'm going to Car Gurus. I'm going to Auto Trader. I'm going everywhere. So we have dealers and customers who need to be able to, we have customers who are going to be at different websites, and we need our dealerships to be able to understand how important it is to be able to have your inventory be seen on these different browsers. So while we may not be talking about digital advertising today in the forms of ensuring that your inventory is seen on those different multiple websites, it is absolutely something we should be evaluating. Uh, and then from there, it's multi-channel communication. Um, right now, things have absolutely changed. I'm sure you've seen in your dealerships that the necessity of being able to pick up a phone when a lead comes in and get back to that customer immediately, or emailing back as soon as possible, has become crucial. Like I said, if we're sitting on our couch right now and submitting a lead form for one particular dealership while I'm browsing a car, I could be moving on to the next one just as fast. So it is absolutely crucial to get back to our customers in an appropriate amount of lead time. And one step that we can help with that is one thing that we'll be talking about today, which is ensuring that when people are within your online showroom, so say they've walked into your storefront essentially online, that they're greeted. And we'll talk about that through live chat and text. Um, and then why you? We need all of our dealerships, and this is just going to reiterate what I've just said all along. We need all of our dealerships to stand out because times are changing. Customer engagement is becoming the number one source for higher conversion rates. So whether it is chat, text, email, or high quality photos, engagement, engagement, engagement is the way to get our higher conversions.
Absolutely. Yeah, you made some great points. Thank you for that. And most dealership customers begin the shopping process online, as you very well put. But browsing the internet, can't match the feeling of visiting the actual dealership. So what are some of the pain points that a dealership could work on to improve the customer shopping experience online?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said earlier, our dealer spec customers are always ahead of the curve. So I always tip my hat to them. So usually I'm preaching to the choir when I'm talking to individual dealerships. But one thing that we can always improve is how users are viewing our inventory. So we've tried to make enhancements along the way regarding our in-stock imagery on our vehicle description pages. But really, and we'll prove it here in just a little bit with some great stats, low quality or just kind of a low number of in-stock inventory photos is one pain point. Delayed response times, whether that's going to be on responding back to a lead, or just really ensuring that someone's there answering that chat that you may have on your site already. And then just overall lack of personal connection. Like I said, engagement is the #1 way to grow your conversions. So whether that is answering a chat on your website, or if that is answering Facebook Messenger, or if that is connecting with your dealerships, or excuse me, with your users or your customers, via social media, there's a lot of areas in which personal connection can be improved.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one thing to dovetail off of that for our dealers listening, utilize some tools starting today that you already have within your grasp. We're going to go into extent about chat and text and how that's going to greatly improve the experience online. But take a moment to personalize your autoresponder. That's also something that you can build into your daily practice, just to connect with your shoppers for that instantaneous rapport. Connecting with them, building that instant rapport are huge pain points that people are looking for these days. But well said. Thank you, Ronnie. So this is the before. What about now? What are we looking at into the future? What can we do? And what is Dealer Spike? What are our plans?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as your trusted website and online marketing partner, we understand the roadblocks to connecting with customers online, and we're here to help remove them. We have added more and more product development onto our staff, and we're excited to roll out every new couple of weeks almost, it seems like, but definitely within each quarter, new programs to help our dealers online and to help grow that personal connection and to help grow leads and get higher conversions. So really what we're going to be looking to do is help our dealers with their engagement and with their online shopping as we move forward into this new post-COVID-19 pandemic, and really take advantage of being able to shop from home.
100%, absolutely, and that really drives home what we're talking about today. So with that said, let's jump in, let's switch gears and actually talk about how our dealers can upgrade their digital showroom through inventory images. So Ronnie, how can a dealer drive more engagement? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said earlier, one of the pain points that we wanted to talk about was engagement through photography. So how many images do you have for in-stock inventory? Are they good, high quality photos? Take a look at these stats. 349% more page views on custom photos. So vehicles with custom photos got 349 more page views. That's astronomical. 75% of customers prioritize image quality. If we're taking the time to make sure that we're posting a vehicle online, make sure that it looks like it's there at your showroom, or that we've taken time to show all these great features. And lastly, take a look at these statistics on more photos. I think this was pretty insightful. Not only do
Hmm.
you just want to show one angle of a photo, or of a unit, 17% had a higher conversion rate with 1 to 2 images. That bumped up to 62% with 9+ images, meaning the more availability you have to show your customer what this unit is as if they were there at the store, the more likely that they are going to convert.
Hmm. Wow. And I just want to back up, for those that aren't familiar, custom photos, we're not talking about tricked out photos. We're talking about photos that you took with your personal camera or phone. We're not relying on stock photos. So custom or unique, or just your own photos is really what we're talking about here. So we're telling you, dealers, we've looked into the data. We've looked at a few studies through some trusted research centers, and they've all suggested and shown the data that it really is important to have your own photos of the unit, so you can basically bring your showroom to your shopper who's shopping from home. Well, thanks, Ronnie. That's awesome. And I think I and everybody here are chomping at the bit. We're ready to learn. Can you tell us about Dealer Pick 360?
Absolutely. We're super excited. Like I said, this has been one of the most exciting products that we've introduced. And we've had dealer feedback, which has been astronomical, and praised this product and how it's really helped them gain new shoppers and have higher conversion rates from the moment that they loaded it onto their site. So
Right.
Dealer Pick 360 is our way of introducing your customers to shopping online and in your showroom, but from their own couch. So it really is going to allow you to be able to do a 360 walk around of everything that you have in stock that's listed on your website, from the ease of use of your own cell phone. So no matter if it's Android or iOS, it's a simple app that we will connect to your website, that then lists every single piece of inventory that you have and whether or not you've done a 360 walk around. So we've made it as simple for our dealers as possible to go out in their own lot if they have a little bit of slow time, or hand somebody a small job for the day, and do some walk arounds. But rest assured, it is connected to your website's inventory. So if a piece of inventory is removed or added, it's then going to show up on the app.
Awesome.
From there, really within the app, when you're going through, and we're going to show you how it looks here in the next slide, it's guided for you. Like I said, we tried to make this as simple as possible for our end user. We worked with a lot of companies to do a little bit of fact finding, a little bit of statistics and research into ease of use from the auto industry, and to make sure that we are getting our dealers and our end customers the best experience, to ensure that it's easy for the dealers to upload and it's high quality and informational for the end user. So it's guided photography across the whole entire process. If you think of using your iPhone, for example, and doing a panorama photo, pretty much doing the same thing, except for then it loads to your website and gives the end user the ability to do a 360 walk around. And from there, it really has the ability to do much more than that. One thing and one area that I really like that we'll see in the next video is our interactive image hotspots. So whether this is a custom fiber heat shield that you threw onto a custom bike, or if it is if it's a new sound system in one of the new Malibu boats that they just released, or if it's some new wave technology, or if it's an attachment for a tractor, or if it's an awning for an RV, you name it. If there's a feature, we can highlight it using this 360 photo. So not only are we going to be able to do a walk around, but we're also going to highlight features that a user can then click on, take a look at, and understand what it is. Super exciting.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, let's pull up this demo so we can all review it. And Ronnie, if you can walk us through this.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is really the what the end image is going to look like. So you'll see your vehicle description page, you'll see the 360 walk around, and really it's super simple. You'll have the ability to do a walk around. You'll notice that we have a hotspot right here that's going to allow us to really scroll in and see what that feature was. So that was the custom fiber heat shield that we add to a custom bike. And then down below, you're going to see the ability to scroll in or out, as well as go to different angles. So as you've done your walk around, you don't need to worry about taking multiple photos. The app itself is going to break up the walk around photo that you did, and it's going to break it up into individual angles, broken up by, I believe, 45 degrees, to allow a
Hmm.
user to scroll in on a particular image or really focus in on what they're looking for. But yeah, again, this is just one of those ways that Dealer Spike has allowed for our dealerships to engage with their customers, and our feedback has been tremendous.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So before we dive into just fantastic dealer feedback, I have a quick question for you, and it's actually come in a few times, Ronnie. So I think it's a good chance to ask this. Those angles that you just spoke about, does the dealer get to choose those, or those preset for them?
Yeah, like I just said, it is preset for them. So it's really as easy as going out, finding the unit that you want to do a walk around on, and it actually will tell you within the app, hey, you have not done a 360 walk around on this unit, so you can go out and find that unit. Do the 360 walk around. It'll let you know what once it's loaded and complete, it'll automatically load to the website, so you don't need to do anything. And then there on the website, it will produce the 360 walk around, as well as the hotspot if you added it, as well as the individual photos from those different angles that it took.
Thank you. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for answering that. So let's dive into our dealer feedback. Let's talk about this. We've got some great dealer feedback here on the screen. Ronnie, you're more familiar with this, so I'll turn the table over to you.
Yeah, so like I said, the feedback has been tremendous. It kind of speaks for itself. So, not only, are we getting engagement, but, this third one down, our inventory seems to sell faster with the 360-degree walkarounds. Like I said, it's a way for our customers and our end users to virtually be within your dealership and take a walk around that particular motorcycle or that RV or that boat and really get a good grasp for what it looks like. And they're in control. One dealer took the 360 program into their 20 group, and they said that they had the best idea out of anybody in the 20 group. They got then a call from a local Chevy dealer who said they were 100 steps ahead of the game, and that they're going to sell boats much more than the other competitor that they had just bought from now that they have this 360 on there. So like we see here, easy to use, easy to download, very friendly, and most of all, it seems to be selling faster with 360 images. So the reviews speak for themselves. I think this is going to be one of our most utilized products that our dealers are going to look to add on as we move into 2021.
Wow. Yeah, this is amazing. Thanks for sharing. Honestly, it sums up what is the payoff? Well, the payoff is that we've surveyed, and amongst that survey, we found that 56% of those shoppers would actually purchase the unit they were looking at from a 360-degree product walk around over listings with only stock images. That's compelling to me as a novice shopper. I know I personally look at 360s, and since I can't go physically into the dealership, this brings the dealership to me. And then we also know that 80% of consumers think 360-degree images reflect well on the dealer's reputation. So a major reason to utilize this tool. Building brand trustworthiness is going to be imperative, especially with sales moving majority online. We can't build that instant report like you would if a customer came physically into the store. So we're bringing them to the store virtually. So
Absolutely. How
Ronnie,
can we
I
make the
know,
experience easier for them?
yeah, 100%. You mentioned that you were looking to buy a truck. I know we've talked about this, and we definitely find 360s very, very helpful. But I've also found that communicating online via Messenger, like Facebook Messenger or text, all through a dealership's website, actually makes the purchase a lot easier. The first and probably the only visit to the dealership is just to sign the forms and pick up the vehicle and go. So I think that's going to be the next new wave, and we're going to dive into that talking about chat. But before we do that, Ronnie, I see a whole bunch of questions coming in. These are great, dealers. Thank you so much. We are going to save some time at the end of the presentation to go through as many as we can. And if you are wanting to submit a question and you joined a little later, don't worry, you can. You can expand the control panel by clicking on that orange arrow button in the top right corner and dropping your questions in the questions section. Alrighty, so I think it's a great time to talk about, engaging online in real time and, going into how to respond. And rapid response is really, really crucial, as Ronnie pointed out earlier. Something that I love, it came from our partners over at Pied Piper, friends at Pied Piper. You wouldn't leave regular physical customers in your dealership. So don't go home at the end of the day with digital customers locked in your dealership. That means don't leave a hot lead without a response till the next day. Try to respond to those leads within 24 business hours for the optimum close rate. We found that with email and phone together, you're able to reach 95% of your customers. And then when you add in text, it only exponentially increases that. So you're able to hit your dealer, or your customers, I should say, with email, text, and phone. Of course, as a rule of thumb, make sure you gain permission from the customer to text them, with the ultimate goal of responding within 60 minutes, but best practice is within 24 hours. And then last but not least, 90% of dealership customers actually consider a rapid response a must-have when they're shopping dealerships. Not shopping units, but actually shopping dealerships, choosing who they want to do business with. So Ronnie, with that said, I couldn't be more excited for this new product, Chatbridge. It has been a long time coming, and honestly, I'm very proud of this. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Chatbridge. We're super excited to release this. We think this is a cost-effective way to be able to reach our customers and our shoppers online, no matter what page they're on, no matter what source they're on. So really, it's the ability to be able to have chat and text with here within your website and to generate more leads. And not only are we doing that, and we'll talk about it here in a little bit, but it's a great way to engage more than just traffic into your website, but also from your social media. So what we're looking to do is it really engage with our shoppers now, like I just said. With Chatbridge, we have the ability to communicate via computer, text, email, whether you're online, whether you're on the lot, whether you are, driving home and looking to engage with a customer. Like I said, engagement is crucial within today's shopping experience. So the easiest way that we can get back to a customer and the faster that we can get back to a customer, the more success we're going to see with our conversions and with our sales. We have the ability to pre-arrange chats for different pages. So that means, if they're there on the service page, we probably shouldn't welcome them with a sales chat or get them to a sales team member. We should probably address that they're on the service page and ensure that they're getting the service team members to quickly address their questions and concerns. From there, we can easily transfer chats between agents there at your dealership. So say they are with service and they maybe inquire about a new unit or trading in. It's a great opportunity to then transfer that chat and that communication over to the right department. And like I said, Facebook integration is something that's going to set us apart. It's going to allow you one singular place to answer your chats from your website as well as Facebook. And for those of you utilizing Facebook Marketplace, you'll know how much of a difference maker Facebook Marketplace has made post-COVID and really gathering new leads. It's a great way to reach an online audience. But with our auction 123, we actually have the ability to feed those inquiries over to Facebook Messenger and then respond out of one area. So we like to think that it's a one-stop shop.
Excellent.
And lastly, we're going to talk about, or second to last, excuse me, we're going to talk about multiple user interface options. So like I said, we can place that chat box all within different web pages, ensure that the chat box really matches the reason why they're on that page, whether they are opening in a new tab or they are going to a different page within your website. We want to make sure that the engagement matches the reason they're there. We can add a chat button anywhere on their website, including in your contact us. So if they're looking to have a contact us drop down with a text or chat us now, we can absolutely do that. If they just want the simple bubble on the bottom of their screen, we can do that. It's all very customized to your dealership to ensure that the custom background and logo match your dealership, so it looks like one seamless shopping experience. And we've actually had a lot of good feedback about including the chat now button in our email signatures. So it's one thing that our team is actually looking to roll out for our sales team, is the ability to be able to say, look, if you're looking for a quick response, you can email us or you can chat us or text us right this way.
Excellent.
And then lastly, we're going to talk about additional agent features. So we know that it's important to greet our guests online. Sometimes we'll do this in the way of a chat bot. It's a little less personalized. We want to be able to personalize this entire program for each dealership. So really, whether that's setting hours for your availability for chat, whether that is setting custom agents and names, we've developed these queues, and these queues are essential for different departments. So what this means is you can have unlimited users under unlimited amount of different departments. So if a customer lets you know that they're interested in sales, we can route that straight to the sales department, or if it's service or parts or general questions, whatever it may be, clothing and accessories, whatever. If you have a department there at your store, at your physical store, we can have a department here on your website that features those individuals and how to connect with them. From there, when you look at it from managerial's perspective, live analytics, what is our average response time? How fast are we getting back? Which areas of our website are gathering the most connections and the most feedback from our customers? Did we want to send out post surveys? Did we want to send out secure forms via this chat? Did we want to be able to be bilingual or trilingual? So one amazing feature of this is that we have the ability to recognize if someone is speaking in a language outside of English. So what's great about this, it allows the shopper to shop and really ask a question in a language that's comfortable for them. And then on the user end, on the dealership end, it'll automatically recognize that language and translate it to English for you. And what's even better is that you can respond in English and it'll auto translate back to that language that they first connected with you in. So really, we try to make this as user-friendly as possible so that our engagement is crucial and it really allows our dealers to connect with their end customers.
Wow, holy smokes. I didn't realize that it translated in 150 different languages, so that's amazing. I can see that being very useful for those that work with different demographics, speak, French, Spanish, German, and being able to translate that without needing to do much legwork. That's awesome. So thank you, Ronnie, for sharing, the nuts and bolts of Chatbridge. I'd like to share some data with our dealers, just give them a better idea of of what fellow users think of live chat. In a recent study, we actually found that 79% of our customers we surveyed mentioned they prefer chat over a chatbot. A live chat over chatbot, sorry. We learned that live chat has on average a 92% customer satisfaction rating. And from that study, 85% of customers were more likely to convert into sales for that dealership because of the ability to chat live with the dealership. And then lastly, there's a study out there, 45% of businesses with live chat on their website were able to learn and understand their customers better. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's I couldn't agree more, especially when it comes to chatbots. I think it's very important to have a live human responding to the questions in the way that I'm looking to have them responded to, no matter if I'm, shopping for a motorcycle or shopping for a cell phone. But thanks for the feedback, Haley. I'd like to switch gears because I can see that we already have a couple of questions coming in about this and talk about pricing and packaging.
100%.
So with our pricing and packaging, I see a question from Landis Martin and Angie Wright. How much does this cost? Is it per website? That's a great question. So we have the options to add this a la carte, or we also have additional bundles that we are releasing. So we're releasing dealer pick, Chatbridge, e-commerce, a number of different abilities for you as the dealership to layer on new packages and new products at a cheap and easy rate and bundle and save. So the more that you add on, the more savings that you're going to get. When it comes to Dealer Pick 360 being per website, it is per website. So it will connect on a per website basis. However, I would put an asterisk right there, because if you have a dealership that currently has multiple locations on one website, you have the ability to quickly and easily toggle to different locations and serve your one website with multiple locations using just the one app, so it would be just one price point.
Fantastic. And of course, we'll share the contact info at the end, but if you guys are ready to get going, you need some questions answered or what have you, be sure to contact one of our sales specialists or even Ronnie himself to discuss the package that's really right for you guys. Okay, well, with that said, Ronnie, let's wrap it up and then we can dive into the many questions we've received.
Yep, absolutely. So really, when we talked about everything today, we really want to drive home engaging leads earlier in the shopping cycle to nurture a connection. You can think of this as, the old ways of, utilizing a CRM. We've all seen the importance of not just responding when someone leaves a lead, but the importance of responding when someone hits your website. A lot of our dealerships have spent thousands of dollars driving traffic for paid advertising to their website, and there are people who are not going to convert. So we want to ensure that anybody that touches your website has the ability to live chat with you or to ensure that they get great engagement within the photos that maybe they're landing on. So really,
Ronnie, did we lose you? Oh, I apologize, folks. I think we're having a little technical difficulty. So to finish summarizing, we'll give Ronnie a chance to get his audio back on. We've talked about engaging online leads earlier in the shopping cycle. Really, really important to connect with your shoppers the moment they show interest, instead of wait and see if they're hot or cold. Make sure you show customers that you understand them. and understand how they're shopping. I can't speak for everybody, but I believe that we all have some pain points, and we can do as a group, as a collaboration, Dealer Spike as a whole, we can do a lot of things to ease some of those pain points. Creating 360-degree images with DealerPick 360 is going to allow your shoppers to go to your showroom without leaving their couch. They get to see the entire unit inside and out. So great opportunities there.
Haley,
chatted about.
Can you hear me?
Oh, hi, Ronnie. Thanks for you guys have a little audio issue.
Right at the end too. Geez, I apologize. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but I apologize. My headset just died.
I'll let
so
you
just
jump in on
the COVID mishaps that we have with technology here and working from home.
No problem. I'll let you jump in on Chatbridge. That's where I was at.
Yeah, absolutely. It is crucial to be able to take the time to connect with your shoppers and get it in real time and connect through chat and text or through Facebook Messenger. So really, the faster that we can get back to our customers, the better experience they're going to have, and the more likely they are to convert. And then lastly, increasing our ROI with industry-leading digital marketing tools that bring leads to your website and then your dealership. Like I said earlier, a lot of our dealers are spending thousands of dollars to ensure that they get traffic to the website. Let's make sure that we're converting these and really allowing these customers to have the best experience possible.
Absolutely. Well, dealers, thanks for sticking with us. We are going to jump into some questions. We've had a myriad of questions coming in throughout the presentation, so we're just going to dive right in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I see a question from Tracy, and she may have left, but how well does this work for large boats? And what about the interior? So that's a great question, both for boats and for RVs. It works very well. It's super easy. If you can walk around it, you can do a 360. One thing I would recommend is taking the time, especially if you are a large boat or an RV, to pull that RV or boat out, make it stand out. When we talk about high quality photos, we're not talking about having the photo of the RV be side by side to an extra unit. We want to highlight that unit. Once it's out in the open space and open air, you have the ability to do a walk around. You'll see the ability to have it in your screen on your own phone. Like I said, it makes it very easy with the guided photography. So it's a great opportunity to do the exterior photos that way. We've had a number of dealerships do the hotspots actually for interior photos. So if you're looking to do just still photos of the interior, you can absolutely do that using our hotspots. Like I said, if you have a feature that you want to highlight that needs to be a still image, that's a hotspot. But then also we have the ability to integrate with a lot of different internal 360 cameras like Ricoh cameras for this app. So it doesn't come with our package because we wanted to keep this cost friendly for dealers, but there are some 360 cameras that dealers have already purchased or that are available easily through Amazon, so you can get it in 2 days and do a full-on 360 walkthrough of an interior. So if you'd like, please contact us. We will get you the link through Amazon to make sure that you purchase the right camera for your interior. How long does it take so this is from Landis Martin again, how long does it take per product to capture the video? That again is going to be DealerPick 360. Really it depends on the size of the unit, correct? So if we're looking or talking about a large boat or an RV, it could take a minute. But if we're doing a walk around a normal vehicle, really it's going to take you about a minute, I would say. So as long as it would take you to walk around there at a still pace and make sure you're within our guided photography lines, that's about it. From there, it takes about 20 minutes to upload to the website, and then you're good to go from there. And I'll keep looking down here. So there's another question about interior and exterior to the boats. So Sam, hopefully that helped. Beth Ernst, does the 360 replace 10 photos or is it in addition to it? It's in addition to it. This does not replace, and if you looked in our screenshot that we had there, and also our salespeople would be more than happy to show you our demo site or some live site examples. Really, we don't want to discount the photography that you guys have already done. A lot of our dealers, like I mentioned before, have taken good, high quality photos, put them on their websites, has to do and says a lot about their brand. So really, we don't want to take away from that. We just want to add to it and complement it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I recently signed up with a different chat provider. Is this a service of theirs or a separate product? This is a separate product. Dealer Spike has the ability to allow our websites to use any chat provider. But this is one that we've rolled out with on our own. I think you'll find that the price is very aggressive compared to a number of those that are out there on the market these days. And let's see. I know we are. This is the most questions we've had in a long time.
Do you want
no audio.
Ronnie,
I apologize, Sam.
Ronnie, do you want to grab? It looks like Jay Lee's question about two-way chat.
Yeah, I'm searching for that right now. Does the two-way chat have to be live or can it be delayed in the event? Let's see if I can open this up just a little bit larger.
Looks like he's asking if they don't have staff to dedicate.
Oh, absolutely.
Can the chat be delayed?
Yes, so the chat can be delayed and we can actually set up automation within that. So really what we are looking to do is customize this for your dealership. So if you want to be on the chat right away, we can do so. If you're looking to kind of guide that user to the right department, we can do so. So for example, if you wanted to get to the website, have something pre-automated, say, hi, welcome, which department can I help you guide you to? We can set that up so that they can select sales, service, parts, whatever department you may have. From there, it's going to alert only that department, so we can help guide that down. We can set, again, rules for who this goes to and what times they're available, and if we wanted to start this off by text or by chat.
Awesome.
And I know we're taking up quite a bit of these times. It looks like a lot of these are about interiors. So I'm hoping that these questions have helped in those regards. Let's see, can I get pricing? Again, I think our dealers, if you guys have pricing questions, I know we can sell this a la carte, but I would entice you to look into the other products that we've just rolled out. Like I've said, we are now offering everything from chat and text to Dealer Pick 360 to a number of different items that our sales team would love to walk you through, show you a quick 5-minute walkthrough, and make sure that we have the right fit for your dealership so that we can complement your marketing strategy as you move into 2021.
Great. Well, it looks like I've got a question here. It was from earlier in the webinar. They asked if they need multiple Dealer Pick 360 accounts if they only have one website but with multiple locations.
Yeah, and I think this I might have touched on earlier, but the answer to that is very simple. If you have one website with multiple locations, you can just need one account. You can toggle easily between it. Right. It will load up the inventory from each, and then you guys will be able to go off and running and start doing 360 walkarounds of all your units at all your locations for that one website.
Great. Okay, Ronnie, we have time for just a couple more questions. I've got one asking, do we need to provide our own phone number for Chatbridge so that we can text, or does Chatbridge supply a phone number to text?
We can use either. So again, we want to try to be able to customize this for your dealership. If you'd rather keep your current phone number available for text, then that's great. If you want to keep it just for your telephone use of being able to physically pick up the phone, we can handle either.
Great. Okay, dealers, they're starting to slow down a little bit. So let's grab, actually I think we've answered almost all of them. So let's grab one last question. Let's see.
I see one right here. Will my images from DealerPick 360 feed over to my DealerSpike website automatically? Is there an extra charge with this? Great question. Your pictures that you take on DealerPick 360 will automatically feed to the DealerSpike website, and there is absolutely no charge for this. Once you've purchased the app and the program through DealerSpike, there's any additional cost for a feed to connect your images to the website. There's just the monthly cost of the program.
Great. Alrighty, dealers. Well, with that said, that concludes our presentation. Thank you so much for joining. And if we missed your question or you have some follow-ups, don't worry. You can email us at sales@dealerspike.com, or you can give us a call at 800-288-5917. And thank you so much, Ronnie, for taking the time to go through these questions. And thank you for just being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and always happy to introduce new products to help our dealers grow and thrive in today's online market.
Absolutely. All right, dealers, we're getting you back to your days, and we're excited to connect with you in the future. Thanks so much. Take care, everyone.